Okay, this meeting will be divided into 3 sessions. The first session is the presentation from Elisa. The second session is the presentation from Mr. Carmine. And the last session, the third session, it will be the question and answer from the students from Mr. Carmine. Okay, Elisa, are you ready to present? Okay, I will share the screen, yeah, Elisa. You just need to say something about this screen. Okay. Elisa, you can go on. You can start. Elisa, you still mute? You are still mute. Unmute yourself first, and then you can start your presentation.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Evening. Hello.
Let me present first for you the personal relationship and the family value between in Americans and Indonesian. As you know, in Americans and Indonesian, we have a different personal relationship and family value. And for the first, we try to talk about the circle of the friends. In American, usually best friends, good friends, circle of friends from the best friend, good friends, colleagues, or church friends, and etc. But for Indonesian, we have a circle of friends from classmates, schoolmates, childhood friends, and best friends. And then the men and women relationship in Americans, usually men and women socialized relatively freely. But in Indonesia, there are some limitations that boys can't get too close to the girls. And then men and women can date with or without the intention of getting married. But in Indonesia, the couples start to date with the intention of getting married. And then the next, in Americans, intercultural friendship. Americans usually are receptive. They don't approach foreigners. But in Indonesia, we usually try to approach the foreigners to say hi or just to ask their names. So usually foreigners know that Indonesians are friendly. And then about the family value, in Americans, child raising, parents put their children in separate rooms since they were newborn babies. But in Indonesia, the children are still allowed to sleep with their parents until they reach 7 years old. It's totally differences between Americans and Indonesian. And then for young adulthood, in American, usually upon reaching an appropriate age, until 1, children are encouraged to be independent and leave their nest. But in Indonesia, they are encouraged to be independent and get a job, but they are still welcomed at home anytime. And then the children don't have to ask permission to their parents to get married in Americans. But we as Indonesian, the marriage should be upon the parents' consent and blessing. So usually we have to get the permission from our parents if we have a plan to get married with our boyfriend or our partner. And then in American, people send their elderly to the nursing homes, but in Indonesian, the elderly are taken care by their own children or relatives. From those, we have the Indonesian and Americans have totally differences between personal relationship and family value, right?
Okay, thank you, Elisa, for the presentation, for your presentation. Okay, But before we moving to the next session, I would like to ask Mr. Carmine. Mr. Carmine, do you have something to say about this, or do you have any opinion? Is there any differences or similarity between what happened in your country about the culture, and is in Italy? Is Italy similar, the culture of Italy more similar to American culture or Indonesian culture in terms of personal relationship and family values?
Okay, I got your question, and I can say clearly that Italian cultures is really similar to American culture. So I would like to say the opposite because America is a new country, and is America is similar to Italy because Italy is older than America. We have a tradition of 3,000 year, and then we moved to America in the past, and American got the same tradition of Italy and Europe. So I can say that clearly Italians and Americans are really similar, and about the Indonesian culture, we don't have these issues. For example, about marriage. In Italy, you are free, and when you meet a woman or a man, you are getting a date without any intention of a date of marriage and something like that. We are free, and our parents never say anything about marriage. We can decide to marry whoever we want. And about children, we encourage kids to sleep alone in their room since they were born. And for me, they are not. I am married. I have two daughters. They are not allowed to come to my room because our room is for me and my wife. So to answer quickly your questions, Italy and American are similar. We don't have Indonesian tradition.
Okay, Mr. Kamil, thank you for your, what is it, for your clarification, yeah, about the culture. So the culture of Italy, okay, Italy,
Uh-huh.
sorry, American is more similar to Italy, not the other way
Yeah,
around.
sure.
Because Italy, because United States is the new country, and Italy with the Roman Empire, yeah, the Roman Empire
Exactly.
has been built a long time before United States. Okay, okay. I'm sorry to this little error, yeah, to this. Okay,
No, it's okay. It's okay.
because we just know about United States as so many references, so many books are talking about American culture, and very very few, yeah, about we are talking some very few books talking about European cultures. Most of
Mhm.
most of our references in our universities are about Americans, because we are talking about because our major is English language education program, so we more more discussing about American culture. Okay, thank you. And can I stop share? Yeah. Mhm. And Mr. Carmine has sent me some pictures, so many pictures, so many wonderful pictures, and I will help Mr. Carmine to display some pictures, and he will tell you about the pictures. Okay, wait, let's see, share sound. Okay. Okay, these are some pictures of Italy. Can you see the pictures, guys? Some pictures here, guys. Nazia,
ma'am.
Elisa, okay.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Kamina,
Yeah.
which picture do you want to start first? Because there are so many here, I'm confused.
Okay. I just the first picture, just the first picture, and I try to explain. why I sent you these pictures.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
First of all, if you don't mind, I would like to introduce myself because people over there, they don't know me.
Mhm.
And maybe they are asking who is this man who is talking right now. My name is Carmine. I'm 46 years old and I live in Naples. It is located in the south of Italy. I'm not an expert about culture and so on because it's not my job, but I'm really happy to stay here to and try to explain about my country. I work for Italian government. If you want to open a new shop or a new activity in Italy, you need an authorization, and my office is in charge to release this kind of authorization. As I told you before, I am married. I have two daughters, and I am a sporty person. I love so much to do sport and something like that. And today we are going to talk about Italian culture. Italy, I would like to tell you that is considered one of the birthplaces of the Western civilizations. You know, Italy has been the starting point of phenomena of international impact as Roman Republic, Catholic Church, art, and scientific revolution. Now, I would like to tell you that I'm not a religious person, so I'm not an expert about religion, but I respect all kind of religion. For me, everything is okay. Uh, so I would like to understand you understand that Italy is it was a mix of different civilizations. We had many invasion in Italy. We had the Greek, we had Spanish, we had French, we had Arabic people. So in Italy you can find whatever because it is a place where many people came here in Italy and they bring their culture and tradition. So we are just a mix of all kind of tradition around the world. And I would like you to understand that Italy until 1861 was divided in different states, and Italy is one republic from 1861. As I told you, I live in Naples, that is located in the south of Italy, and Naples was the capital of an important kingdom. It is what's called Regno delle Due Sicilie, means the name is the name of our kingdom. And after that, we joined in Italy. So what's important to understand about Italian culture is that we don't have just one similar tradition because, as I told you, we were divided in several states. So to understand how is the Italian culture and tradition, you have to understand that there are big differences from north of Italy and the south of Italy. So when I say something about Italian culture, this is not valid for all Italy because there are many differences between south and north of Italy. So what are the famous elements about Italy? What's important for Italian culture? As you know, art, music, style. Style, I mean clothes. You know, everyone know about Armani, Dolce Gabbana, Valentino, and so on. Gucci, Prada, and of course, most important things about Italy is the food. All world know about pizza. You know, pizza is a famous food around the world. And again, I have to explain well that pizza, people imagine that is Italian food. But if you want to eat a real pizza and real tradition, you have to come to my city, Naples, because if you Google about pizza, you can understand that pizza was born in Naples, that is located in south of Italy. So if you go, for example, to Florence, to Milan, and you want to eat pizza, it is not the same like Neapolitan pizza, because the real pizza you can eat just in my city. So to explain this picture, this is inside of a church in Italy, and you can see the art. You can see many painting, and art, as I told you, is one of the elements that Italy really famous in the world. I don't know if people understood my English. Sorry for my strong Italian accent, and I hope they understood what I said. And if you want, you can show some other pictures, whatever you want, and I will try to explain.
Okay, we understand your English very clearly, Mr. Carmine. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so should I go to the next picture? Okay, this picture. How about this picture?
Okay. This picture, I don't know if everyone can see clearly. Yes, this is coffee. Coffee is a real important drink in Italy. We drink short coffee, not like the American, because America drink a long coffee and glass of coffee, but here in Italy, just a short glasses of coffee. And this is one of the important elements in Italy is coffee, about food. So before we talked about art, now food, and I'm showing one of the most important drink in Italy is coffee. And again, if you want to drink a good coffee, you have to come to my city because coffee is famous in Naples. Please, next. Okay, now I would like to show my picture, and I would like to show how an Italian dress clothes when there is some event. It was not a formal event like marriage. It was just an event with some friends. We stayed together to drink something and something like that. As you can see, we wear that kind of clothes, jacket for men, scarf, blue pants, and everything has to be
Oops, mati itu paling apa namanya? He has problem.